Good morning. How's everybody today? Welcome to the Empowerment Summit. Thank you. I travel alone. I don't have a 1 plus. but thank you for being alone. Good morning. Good morning. So glad to be here. My name is Veronica of V's Voice Communications. I teach entrepreneurs and presenters how to effectively communicate so they can present it and quit it. So for today's presentation, it's going to be all about communication. So I want you to sit back, take some notes, and if you have any questions, please have those for me towards the end of the summit. I'll be glad to answer your questions over at my office. Thank you very much. So getting started basically on communication, let's talk about some of the basics. And this is not my clicker, so I'm going to assume that it is going to work properly.
It's my clicker.
Okay. Okay. Up is on mine, down is on his. All right. Just the exact opposite. Okay. Due to the introduction of the cell phone, research says that the attention span of an adult is less than that of a goldfish. A goldfish, 8 seconds. A goldfish, 9 seconds. A human being, 8 seconds. Which means that when you talk to your customers, potential customers, or sponsors, you have a short period of time to decide whether or not they're going to buy from you or say goodbye to you. So communication really is the key. Let's talk about a little bit of statistics for communication. 55% of your communication process is your body language. In other words, from head to toe, people are looking to see whether your hair is jacked up, if you have on the wrong clothes, if your shoes are hurting your feet. In other words, is your hair, your outfit, or your attire speaking louder than your presentation? Most times people will hear what you have to say, but they will ask you to repeat yourself because they're looking at all of this first. And so, what did you say? They heard you the first time. They were looking at all of your body language. 38% is your tone of voice. Do you sound like you know what you're talking about? Yeah. Do you sound happy? For instance, if I was to do this, I'm happy. The word said that I was happy, but my tone did not. Because only 7% of your words are your actual message. So that's what we're going to focus on today, how to master, measure, and maximize your message, but it's through that 7% of words which are really so important. Words do matter. This is from a song from the 1960s. And in this song, it was about love, relationship, and happiness. So let's listen to these words, and then we're going to go back and analyze what they had to say. Can you hear it? Very popular song. Yeah. It says, I know you want to leave me, but I refuse to let you go. We were hearing that song when the Temptations sang, and we were bopping to the sound of the music because everything sounded good. But the words, let me show you what those words really mean now in this day and age. I know you want to leave me, but I refuse to let you go. In the 60s, that sounded like love. Now, that's called kidnapping. I know you want to leave me, but I refuse to let you go. That tone can change, and it changes the method of that song. The next phrase goes into, I will sleep on your doorstep all night and day, just to keep you from walking away. Yes. It sounds like when I wake up in the morning, oh, he's going to walk me to school, he's going to take me to church, he's going to take me everywhere. Oh, that is love. No, she's right. It's called stalking. Words matter. So when you are in an interview, for an interview soundbite, you have to be careful what you say. And I learned this from a news anchor. Words such as absolutely and certainly should not be used, because you can say absolutely yes, or you can say absolutely no. When they edit what you say, it sounds as if you would agree with what their position was. For instance, if they said, I agree that everyone in Tampa should pay $1 million in taxes, absolutely no. But if they edit it and take that no off, all they have is absolutely. So you have to watch your words and watch what you say, because someone may take your words and turn it around to mean something else. It may go from a love song to a nightmare. So you want to master your message. You want to be clear and brief. You should have a 10 to 30-second elevator pitch, who you are and what you do. I said mine at the top of the presentation. So that you want to make sure everybody understands what your message is. You also want to be concise. What is your product about? Who is your customer? Do they really know what it is you're selling and why you're selling this particular item? Then you want to have clarity. You want to have clarity, you want to be precise, you want to make it plain. How are you different from your competition? I am different from my competition because I only deal with entrepreneurs and presenters. The one thing I want to say for you, bonus notes. When you see the bonus notes, you want to jot these down. Access does not mean success. Access does not mean success. Just because you have access to a lot of people does not mean that you will be successful. For instance, I'm a communication skills trainer. For the most part, everyone communicates, but everyone is not my customer. Again, entrepreneurs and presenters. Let's take it another step. You have Whole Foods on one side, Walmart on the other. They both are grocery stores. Walmart is the low price leader. At Whole Foods, they cater to organic foods and high-end foods, or some people say your whole paycheck. Both of those stores are successful because they have identified their ideal customer. That's what you should do. So access does not mean success. Then you want to measure your message. You want to determine what you want to share about your business. Because there are some people who will say, oh, let me take you out to coffee and we can sit down and talk about what you do. The next thing you know, they're hanging out a shingle with their name on it, doing what you already told them that you do. As Oprah says, some people come around you to find out what they can learn. Others are around you for what they can earn. So you have to be careful. You want to decide what information to share with them. You may want to give information to your professional coach, and I recommend that you have one if you don't, or a mentor, or a sponsor, something different than what you would share with a friend. Because that person may need to have more information for the professional coach so they can help you, or for the individual who's going to sponsor your event. They will know exactly what you're talking about, so you would have to share more information with them. But then you, of course, want to discern if this customer is free or fee-based. Don't get that mixed up with drugs. If they are free, listen to what you have to say just for free as a consultation, or will they pay a fee for what it is that you're doing? Because some people really don't want to pay for the services that you offer. This is another bonus. What I do is for free. How I do it is for a fee. Say that with me. What I do is for free. How I do it is for a fee. Yes, because you have to pay the price for advice. Many people will try to glean every single thing from you and they never call you back after the consultation. Yeah, some of us have had those customers. I know. Because you're excited about what you do. You have passion about what you do. You want to share it, but you don't get a chance to hear back from that person. So remember that. You want to maximize your message. What you want to do is talk about the benefits. What are the benefits of the services that you offer? You want to use keywords in your industry, but do not talk over that person's head, because you will make them feel as if they are less than you. You also want to have testimonials about people you were able to help and assist, and want to show the results of what it is that you do or that you're trying to do. You want to have stats and statistics, like I showed you at the beginning of my presentation, to show that you have the information or you've done the work to prove that you know what you're talking about. And then finally, you want to be able to tell a relatable story. Or as Delatorre McNeil would say, everybody is on the same channel or on the same radio station, WIIFM. What's in it for me? So you want to make sure that you tell them what is going to be the benefit for them, how you're going to assist them, and why they need to hire you for your services. This is another bonus note. Sound like the expert without telling them you are the expert. Sound like the expert without telling them you are the expert. That is great that you have 15 degrees and you have gone to Oxford and you have traveled the world to all 7 continents. You have 4,000 customers who pay you $1,000 an hour. That person sitting in front of you don't care. They want to know what it is that you can do to help them. You don't have to brag about yourself, but while you're speaking with them, if you tell them enough information with good content, you are telling them that you are the expert without bragging about being the expert. And then finally, you want to monetize your message. This is an extra slide here that I put in usually my 30 to 45 minute presentation. You want to monetize your message. You want to have printed material for books, pamphlets, etc. Then you want to have multimedia, CDs, DVDs, MP3s. And you want to have speaking, workshops, and keynotes. So in other words, you want to have the digital, you want to have the paper, and you want to have the personal, so that you will be able to do that in order to monetize your message. Bonus note, you can't monetize any of that if you have not had a relationship with the people you're talking to. If no relationship is made, you won't get paid. In other words, Margaret made a relationship with someone who lives all the way in Texas. That person is here today. That's called a relationship. You don't have to see that person face to face. You don't have to talk to them all the time. When you have decided that you are shared with that individual and you see that you have a commonality, you have developed a relationship.